What I'm sick of is like everybody predicting that Beyonce is gonna go on tour.
Y'all leave that lady alone.
Like, oh, y'all saw that. This means this means that. Beyonce is not going on. I predict that she is not going on tour in 2025. And that hurts my heart because I am a huge Beyonce fan. Like, I want her to go on tour, but she's not, y'all. Leave it alone.
She's minding her business.
Exactly.
And then this whole thing with Jay-Z, they're probably like, let's just go disappear. These
yeah, now she really ain't gonna come around.
Y'all tried to mess with our peace. We're going to Saint-Tropez and we're not coming back.
Now, if she do, I got the credit card ready. Okay? I love to be proven wrong, B.
You like that. Welcome back. It's another episode of So What Now with me. It's me.
It's Carla.
It's still Carla.
It's Dexty, and we are back for another episode of the So What Now podcast. We are back at Hi Hello Labs.
Yeah, baby, this coffee just hit.
Let me tell you something. It is so clean and pretty here. I would never put my bare booty on a public bathroom, but if I would put my bare booty on a public bathroom, it would be the bathroom here at Hi Hello Labs.
And you see all the little trinkets?
It is always spotless, bro.
And Carolina adds the little pretty stuff. And
I have to remind myself every time, you don't have to steal this stuff. It's going to be here next time. You don't have to steal the toiletries. The Band-Aids will be there. Don't do that.
you don't even have a boo-boo.
Right.
And you want to, why did I just say boo-boo?
Why are you taking that lotion? Put the lotion down. I have to remind myself every time. It's so nice. I'm like, it's like you're coming back and they're going to know you stole. Like, stop it.
You're going to have a mugshot now because they're going to call people on you for theft.
I love it here.
I do. I really, really do. I needed this coffee, especially because a quick thing that I'm going to say here on the podcast only, so do not clip this, editing team. I got on semaglutide, which essentially I think is Ozempic.
I think so.
Yeah. So I think Ozempic is semaglutide. I'm not really sure. Didn't ask much questions. But I went to a doctor and it's very small doses, 0.25 milligrams a week. And I just said, I just needed to do something.
Yeah.
And I was 100 and I called you. I really was sad.
Yeah?
I was really sad when I got on that scale and that bitch showed me the number. 165 pounds. I'm 5'4.5".
How do you remember like the last time you weighed yourself and how much you weighed?
Well, when I started with, what's her face?
Courtney,
I was 160.
Okay.
So I don't think I've ever been over 160 unless I was pregnant.
Okay.
So yeah, I needed to do something about it. And I feel like I'm not an overeater, but I starve myself during the day, not on purpose, obviously. Mm-hmm. I'm just busy. And then I'll eat a big meal and then I eat whatever the hell I want. And it's usually not healthy, or sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not. Or when I go out to eat because I got it, I love to taste everything.
Yeah, you do.
So I buy
so ridiculous
3 meals.
Yes, you do.
So I can taste them and then I eat them later on or whatever. Or when I smoke at home, then I get the munchies and that happens. So I had the shot on Monday. Today is Friday, 5 days ago. I took the biggest.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, when I tell you the biggest shit this morning. And I just knew I had to put this dress on because
I
called Diana. I said, can you bring me the scale? Bring me the scale because I know. And it showed 157 pounds.
Really?
157. When it showed 165 on it on Monday.
Maybe. Oh, but it's different scales.
It is different scales. Mm-hmm. So I get weighed in on Monday. So we'll see how much it comes up on that one. But honestly, it's been really hard to overeat. There's no overeating on it. The next day after I had it, I could only eat 1 boiled egg. And I was like, ugh. Like that's all I could have. Then I tried having for lunch a little bit of ground turkey and peppers, and it filled me up right away. But I don't feel sick anymore. I felt really tired the next day. So we'll see how Monday works. But I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. I just need to get in the workouts. And I went on the walk like you told me to yesterday.
Yes.
And it was good. I didn't hit the 10,000 steps, but I did do the 30-minute walk and okay pace. So that helped. And now I just need to get my ass in the gym.
What are your goals with the Ozempic? Like, is there a certain weight you want to get to?
Yeah, I want to get to at least 145.
Okay.
145 is like at least. And then I want to start building muscle, which will, of course, increase my weight. But I just needed to like jumpstart myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling comfortable.
I'm proud of you for making the decision. I know it wasn't an easy decision.
No,
because
I'm
scared. Going back and forth about it. Yeah.
For months. I'm like really scared. And so I told you I did take 2 shots from someone else. Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't do that. And it was 5 milligrams, where now I'm at 0.25.
Yeah.
And that made me really sick. I thought I was dying, literally. And I'm like, girl, you could have died. You're not supposed to be taking this
You're not
stuff.
supposed to take other people
So now I'm
prescribed
taking
medicine.
0.2, 0.5 semaglutide prescribed to me. And then at the same time, they give me a B12 shot for energy. So we'll see where we land. But I got to take my health a lot more seriously. Although my blood work all came back perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with my blood work. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, we can go out now in a bikini. Fine. I'll wear the thong with you.
That's how we'll celebrate. Like, we'll figure out a milestone to celebrate, and we'll take bikini pictures. Thong bikini pictures.
Yeah, okay. Bikini. Let's start with bikini.
Thong bikini.
I don't know. See, it doesn't matter how much weight I lose. I'm never going to have that part that you have, the hips.
You don't have to have that part. You're still sexy.
It don't look right. It don't look right. We got to do like the tied on the side. Like I can't do, maybe it has to be a thong. I got to tell Carla to make one where you tie it on the side.
Okay.
Because that little thing that squeezes,
Yeah.
I don't have a hip.
Well, I've seen you in a thong before, and I like it. So
I feel so uncomfortable in a thong. I think it's just me showing off too much.
do you wear thong underwear?
No.
Really?
It's in your butthole.
Yeah.
It hurts.
It does. Not the seamless ones.
Seamlessly hurts.
Really?
Yes. It's uncomfortable. I'd be like, ugh.
So you wear granny panties every day?
I usually don't wear panties.
Oh, okay.
No discomfort there.
Okay.
Yeah. Even with jeans.
What?
Yeah.
You're a mad woman.
Yeah, I've heard that before. But
jeans with no panties.
Yeah. But my jeans are usually big.
That is wild.
I just free ball all the time.
That is wild. I feel like I don't know you. I feel like this is a big thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So you wear drawers all the time?
Not at home.
No.
At home, I don't like having on clothing at home, really.
Yeah,
like,
I'm usually in a robe.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But if I'm out.
I don't own that many underwear. I don't
own bras.
I just made a Skims order, so I'm getting two. One is a regular bra and the other one's like a bralette. I like their stuff.
Yeah. I don't like bras.
But I feel like I need to hold them up
a
little bit. Like just so they don't keep falling. I'm getting old, baby.
Yeah.
Gravity's going to take, its thing. So I don't want it to do its thing.
Yeah.
I want them to at least have a little support sometimes.
Okay. So summer 2025, you about to be snatched.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means I'm going to get another boat.
Oh my gosh. Naked girls on the boat.
We going to Mexico or Puerto Rico or somewhere in the water with a boat.
Okay.
Okay.
We should do that for your birthday.
I'm down. Actually, I'm about to buy the Frontier Pass. So right now it's
Frontier goes to the islands?
Yes. And we can go to DR. So right now they have it for $300, May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026 for $300.
Okay.
And we can go to DR for $30.
No way.
Yes. I've been using the Frontier Pass all the time. Yeah, I'm about to do that. Because mine expires now February 28th. And then I'll just get the new one to restart May 1st. And then for my birthday, we can be out.
Okay.
We can go to Vegas for $16.
$16?
$16 for Vegas.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Or we can go to LA, but we have to go to Atlanta first. So $16 to Atlanta and then $16 from Atlanta to LA.
Oh, okay.
And we'll just have to upgrade a little bit for the front seat, the big front seat.
Yeah, because the back smells like boo-boo on Frontier. It does.
It does not.
I experienced it before. Maybe I just had a bad
That was a person. Oh. That was somebody who didn't bathe.
It smelled like poopy. I was like, this is worse than spirit.
Jennifer, did you see her thing yesterday? She was texting me. There was someone on her plane and it smelled so bad, Rajay threw up.
Oh, gosh.
They think that he was leaking.
This is becoming a very gross podcast. Lots of poop talk. We should probably move on.
We'll move on. We'll move on to Woman of the Week.
Okay.
So Woman of the Week, although we're wrapping up the year, we saw this online on Because of Them, and her name is Armani Latimer. So shout out to Armani Latimer. She is a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, and they're all so beautiful. They're all so perfect, and she is so bold and strong and confident because she decided to perform without her wig and raise awareness for alopecia.
Very cool.
I learned about alopecia with the basketball player. Crap, what is his name? Villanueva. I can't remember his first name. I think he played here at some point, but that's how I learned about alopecia. And actually, I have a family member that also has mild alopecia, so I didn't really know what it was. But she was diagnosed when she was 12 years old, and while she's been able to hide the condition through high school and college and being a cheerleader with wigs, she decided to, you know what? I'm gonna take it off. And baby, that face
card don't decline, honey.
At all. Body T, Her teammates were super supportive. Like she was crying, walking out. I can only imagine how hard that is.
Cool.
But baby, do you see the shape of her head?
Yeah, I could never.
I have an egg head.
I look like Tommy Pickles under here. Have you ever seen? Tommy Pickles has like all the. I look like Tommy Pickles. I could never do a shortcut. I have to have as much hair as possible. My head is long, also.
Where?
God bless her. Okay, and I'm very proud of her. But
super proud of her. Yeah. So she began to open up about her alopecia diagnosis, sharing black and white photos of herself in September in honor of it. And then now she came out and said, you know what? I'm gonna go out on this field, on the biggest field of football for cheerleaders, and did it. So I wanted to, shout her out because I know that wasn't easy.
No, not at all.
It can't be easy at all.
Being a woman, like your hair is like one of the main things that you're like judged on.
Yeah. Actually, I just had a consult. Well, I was having a coaching class with Danielle. She's about to launch a podcast and she's 50. And she just cut her hair and decided to go natural.
Oh.
So she's really struggling with it. She's like, should I use a picture for her cover? And I was like, absolutely. Like, you cannot. Black don't crack. She looked so good. But she was saying how, not confident she felt being natural and having her short hair. And I'm like, it is hard, but you look good. I think we do it to ourselves.
Oh, we do. We give our hair so much power. Like if my wash and go don't come out right, my whole day is ruined. Especially if I'm like going somewhere. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I gotta like change the way I'm doing my makeup. I gotta change my whole outfit. Because if my hair not, I'm like, if my hair not right, my outfit gotta be like, it is terrible.
I mean, that one episode we did, I kept looking at the clips and I said, why did my hair look like that? Even now, I have these braids in the front because I feel like the front is not short enough for bangs, but it's not long enough to go.
It looks so cute.
It's just doing something, so I'm just trying new things. I'm trying new things. Yeah.
But shout out to her.
Yes. So shout out to you, Armani Latimer. She is the Woman of the Week.
So this episode is all about recapping 2024.
Yes. What a year.
What a year.
It's been a good year.
So overall, you were rated as a good year?
First of all, So What Now came back.
Okay.
2024.
Major.
Like, this should be on CNN. This is bigger than Trump winning. So What Now came back. You're back here. I feel comfortable again. Like, this is the most consistent I've been putting out clips and recording. Yeah.
But that is major.
It is.
So What Now, like being established and us doing a pod together. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, so I'm going to change it. Like, I'm going to say this was a great year.
I feel like every year has its ups and downs.
Ups and downs,
right?
Yeah.
So there are some downs for me this year, or challenges, I should say. And then there's just ways to look at it. I think it all depends on how you look at it.
How you look at it, yeah. But I'm working on looking at things in a more positive light.
Yeah, I like that.
So what's something that you learned about yourself in 2024?
Honestly, how resilient I am. If I'm being completely honest, I have so many different. I feel like I'm in a boxing ring every year.
Okay,
and I'm like, all right, maybe I should take on boxing.
Don't, because you're already good at that without the professional training. I'm gonna say don't, friend. I love you.
No, have you seen the body? Did you see?
I just don't want you having violence.
No, I used to do it at Gym Rat.
Yeah.
Years back, I really wanted to like fight and do it like for real. But it gets your anger out. So once you're done in the boxing ring, you're no longer mad.
You just gotta promise not to use the tools outside of the ring.
You can't. It's illegal.
Yes, very.
Well, I mean, let's see if I become professional.
You professional already. That's what I'm saying.
No, but honestly, resiliency. One of the biggest things that happened to me in 2024, honestly, or happened for me, I should say, is Sami's autism.
Yeah.
Diagnosis. That was hard. Going from like school to not knowing what to do, having to pay the money to get his evaluation. Right now, dealing with the school system and the IEP and all that. And I thought that was going to break me down. Kid you not, I've always, my entire life, looked at parents with children with special needs and said, that can't be me because I'll just flat out not be able to do it. I think of parents, I used to, I would say, and I'm like, God knows who to give it to because it can't be me. Mm-hmm. It could not be me. I don't have the strength. I don't have the will. I don't have any of it. Adoption.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Here you are.
Like chilling, not chilling.
You're making it though. I told you, like, you are on the strongest soldier package. And, you got that subscriction and, it just keeps
When
renewing.
does it expire?
You got to talk to God.
I feel like I have an unlimited, Lord. But like I was telling you yesterday, I was having a tough night yesterday. And I was just like, well, I mean, it's the price you got to pay.
Yeah.
Because although I have those days that I'm like crying and just, Lord, please get me out of here.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I'm like, but there's so many good things. So it makes me feel ungrateful for the things that I do have when I feel that way. But I'm like, let it out. So I drank some wine. I smoked my new weed with my new keef.
Okay.
I put some extra keef on it. That's the stuff that made you go crazy. And yeah, I let it out and I feel better today. So
That's
I think that was probably one of the biggest things that I learned, how I knew I was resilient from like the things that happened in 2022, from my dad, from my mom, from all that stuff. But this, it's your kid.
Yeah. It's a whole nother level.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter what you have going on. You have to keep going. And I did it while still working and growing the business.
Yeah.
So it
You're
worked.
amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, friend.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I learned that my need for stability had me in fear of actually moving and making big changes in my life.
Huh.
So one of the things that I uncovered in therapy was like,
first of all, 2024, my dog is in therapy.
oh yeah, that's huge. I
that
forgot.
is
like I
huge.
started that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
To me, that's probably even bigger than the podcast. Yeah.
But I was telling her about like, the goals that I've had in the past and the dreams that I've had. And she's like, it sounds like you ask God to open a lot of doors for you and he opens them and then you refuse to walk through them.
You close it and go right back and sit down.
Or you'll put a little tiptoe in there, but you won't walk all the way through.
Yeah.
Like the Shit I'm 30 podcast, like me and Addie doing a thrift store back in the day. Like
that one was really
climbing
good.
The corporate ladder. Everything that I realized everything that I've asked for, like I've gotten. But I'm always afraid to just take the next step and fully go all the way in because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose this stability. But what I realize is that stability is fake. That corporate job you have could be taken away from you.
In a blink of an eye.
That even person you love that you're trying to keep close or not move away from could be taken away from you. Like it's fake. It's not real stability. But it's a huge fear that like holds me back from doing a lot of things.
That is, are you doing something? Well, you're doing it with therapy, period. Because you were scared of therapy.
In therapy, yes.
And
I showed up here again today.
And thank you, Jesus.
I'm working
Shout out
on it.
to that. Even with like the crazy comments on social media, because that sometimes can be scary.
They called me a 304.
I didn't know what I've been called a 304 now for the past like 3-4 weeks. And finally about 2 weeks later, because I kept seeing it and I was like, I am not a snitch. I ain't no rat. I didn't talk to the 5-0. What you mean? I'm never going to rat nobody out. Or, I mean, I would, actually. But I'm thinking like they're calling me some type of rat or ugly or something. Can you tell me what a 304 is?
It's a whore. It's a prostitute, actually. I'm on 304 TikTok. It's fascinating.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. What they be talking about?
Being on the Blade, which is like the street that you walk on.
Like OBT?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So like dirty prostitutes.
I wouldn't say that. That's not kind.
Sorry.
That's not kind.
Streetwalkers. Not like OnlyFans.
Right. It's like for real, like old fashioned.
I hate people.
If you want to call it old fashioned. They call us real. And I like bust out laughing though.
Now
Which lets me know that like I'm building up like a tolerance to it.
Yeah, because you're not no prostitute.
Yeah, it was just hilarious.
And if I was, I bet you my bank account would be way fatter.
Yeah, but yeah, I learned that I do have this fear of losing this stability, and so just because I learned it doesn't mean that I'm over it. So it's something that I'm working on.
You're aware of it.
I'm aware of it, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to keep it at the front of my brain so I can do something about it when things come up.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing something about it now.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
So what's the lesson that you learned this year?
I've always done this, but even more this year specifically when I got the contract for Across Generations with Will Packer. And I heart showing up as myself. Mm-hmm. Like I think sometimes we try to change who we are, or I didn't try to change it, but I was nervous. Should I show up as someone different? Should I have a suit jacket on? Girl, I was answering calls with Will Packer in like a sweatsuit.
Really?
Yes. And and because that's where I feel comfortable.
Right.
For me to creatively say, this is what's going on. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm best at. And that to me showed me you don't have to change in any room that I'm in. Yeah. I don't have to change. I walk in as me and it's like, hey, this is me. This is how I speak. This is how I express myself. This is how I work. These are my systems. Of course, always open to criticism and constructive criticism, not the 304 criticism, but constructive and willing to learn. But I showed up as myself in every single room, and in every single room that I've showed up as me, something happens and something shakes. Even with the stuff with Psalm. I walked into the IEP and I said, hey, I need you to know that I'm also neurodivergent. And when you're talking to me, I can't grasp it. I need you to show me something. And I don't think I would have done that before. I'm embracing more the way that my brain works a little bit different just because it works for me. And now I'm seeing him and I'm like, I don't want him. Or even Ayana, baby, your brain works like your mom's.
Yeah.
And feeling more empathetic for that and to letting her know, you know, I know you're fucking up in A, B, C, and D, but it's because of this. Now do something about it. It's not a crutch. It's just you have to become aware of it. So yeah, it doesn't matter where I show up. I'm going to show up as me and I'm not going to change or sugarcoat who I am.
I think that's amazing, but I also hope that you recognize like the freedom that you have and the blessing that you have in being able to like show up as your authentic self in everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that because I think I was talking to you or talking to a friend and she was letting me know how she felt like she was showing up online not authentic. She's like, I feel like I'm lying or I'm a fraud. And although I'm looking at her and I'm like, you're not, but I can see that. I can see how online, because even sometimes there's times I look at her social media, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm failing. Why can't I do that? But I'm seeing a snippet of something and not the whole story. And that's what people are looking at as well. And then on social media, at least because social media is so big right now, we can't get away from it. It's like my life. And then my commercial breaks are my business and my promotion of my businesses. So it's like you're seeing me and I'm giving you my life. And then I take a few commercial breaks to tell you, buy this podcast course or this business course or whatever it is. And then back to Psalm peeing on the floor, you know? So I see that. And I can see that, how it can be hard for people not to show up as themselves.
Yeah. That's really cool though, that you can. And that you recognize that you can and you're doing
But why? Do you feel like you show up as yourself?
No, I do. But I recognize, like I'm thinking about like corporate America. There's a lot of people, especially like minorities or women, who feel like they can't show up as themselves every day in the spaces that they're in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they can, right? But
it comes with the backlash. It comes with, it comes with when I got, remember that lady that fired me, that told me that I had a sick child when I was talking about Ayana? Like, it was like, what? It's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So some people might not accept it, but those aren't people you want around you anyway.
Exactly.
But why is it so hard for people to accept that?
Because I mean, they're okay, so you can accept that and you can show up as yourself, and there is like discrimination and you can get fired, right? And like, you'll move on to the next thing, but there is like, you have to overcome some hurdles with that and some obstacles. So it's harder. That's all. It's just harder.
Yeah.
And it's almost more natural to kind of fake it.
Because what is it called? Code switching?
Code switching, yeah.
I can see that. And I mean, I've also chosen to put myself in positions with people that look like me also.
Yeah.
Whereas though I find people within those spaces as well, like that one lady that got fired, that you're not being sincere.
Yeah.
Like you're like, what are you doing? You're acting weird. Like you're weird. But at the same time, it's like they'll come and go. Yeah. I don't know. My wish, if this is not normal or is not something that's common for everyone, is for everyone to walk into spaces being themselves. Now, don't be an asshole and say, well, it's just me. That I don't like. Yeah. When people will come in, well, that's just who I am.
Open to criticism or to like building and making changes or critique.
Yeah, you're rude.
Yeah.
You're rude. You're inconsiderate. You're all of that. That's not how you're supposed to show up. You got to show up as a good person still, but be yourself. I know that today I'm in heels and a low dress or whatever. It's really because I'm sitting down and not going to anywhere. But I like to show up in sweats and in sweats with a suit jacket. And I do it. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I learned that I need to stop waiting for it to be perfect to do it.
Big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff that I'm waiting for. It's like, oh, I just need this one more thing. Or if I just do this one thing, then like That's it'll common. Be better and I'll be ready to do it. It's like, it's never going to happen because once I fix this one thing, I'm going to recognize another thing that I can do better.
I see that literally daily with my students at Idea to Launch. No one wants to start that business, that podcast, that new venture because they're waiting for it to look like someone else. I mean, I go through it as well at times because I look at other people like a Amy Porterfield or even here when I look at Hi Hello Labs and
they got their shit together.
Yeah. And it looks pretty. Sometimes I look at, I know my shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, dang, but their stuff looks so much better. But then there's some people out there, not Hi Hello Labs. There's some people out there that their shit looks really nice. And then behind the scenes, they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, at least I'm yielding results. So you'll yield results. And then if you don't start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
It's gonna get better.
I have like a million. I'm always like taking content, like taking videos behind the scenes, and I like never post them. But the times that I did post this year, I just like put it out there, and it's like I get the best reaction from that shit. Sorry, it's from those things. The best reaction
you get, well, not just you, but anybody. Even for myself, the stuff that has gotten millions of views or the most reaction, it's like the things that I just put together.
The most authentic. It's like, here it is.
Maybe the house was dirty or whatever, or it was me and the camera with nothing going on. Now, the one that I curated and cut up and split, and ain't get nothing.
Nothing.
I did the most.
Yeah.
It's like, just be yourself, put it out there, and start somewhere.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
You need to start and not be perfect, but be willing to continue to make it better.
Continue to work on it.
Yeah, not just stay right there.
Yeah,
and, like,
so it's
mediocre.
perfection and then like this fear of like, being ready. That's been in the way.
You're never gonna be ready.
No, you're never gonna be ready.
What are we ever ready for?
The only thing that I'm ready for is a millionaire. Like, I'm ready for that, just so you know.
But
other than that, you'll never be ready.
But are you though?
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, the millionaires be like, well, you can't do this podcast because I don't want somebody else to see you.
I would probably give up the podcast for the right millionaire, Carla. I'll let you know now. Should we do a contract?
Yes.
I'll pay you too. I'll pay you too.
No, you would leave the podcast for a millionaire?
No, but I would have to record from like Saint-Tropez. Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. Are they gonna pay for the whole team at High Heel Labs to come?
Yes.
Okay.
That type of
so we're
millionaire.
not quitting the podcast. We're just taking it to Saint-Tropez. Hey, y'all ready? You coming? All right, Viv is coming.
Oh yeah, the whole family.
I can't wait.
Like,
where's the millionaire?
Bring the whole set.
The entire set. I want all of this back here. The flower, this plant got to come too, and the horse. The horse coming. Put it all in a box.
Put it in a box. Box it up. Let's go. Get on the private jet.
Okay, good. Now I was scared. I was like, I think we might have to go to therapy over this. Not the millionaire.
We'll talk about it later. But the podcast is on my 2025 vision. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
So, is there something that like you're super proud of this year, or something like really low that you want to share from 2024?
I think lowest, don't be alarmed. I am not suicidal. But I think the lowest is these thoughts that I keep. I've brought them out to my therapist. And again, I'm not like I want to off myself or anything. But this year has felt very robotic for me. Every day you wake up, there's a challenge. Try to figure out the challenge. Try to make the money. Go to sleep. Wake up again, another challenge. And I'm like, literally, I keep saying this is like a Sims game. Someone's controlling us and having a lot of fun doing it. Like, what is going on? And I know that's not the truth, but it feels that way. So I think that has been kind of the lowest, just because I still get angry at having to do it all on my own. I still get angry at my mom because I'm not over that pat. I'm still angry at my dad leaving, and it's been like 2,500 years since he passed away. Yeah. So I think that's been the lowest this year, but I think it's just gotten worse because of Psalm's diagnosis and having to deal with all that. Like, being a single parent is hard, right? I did it with Ayana. But then you can just find a school, a daycare, put them in daycare, go to work, find someone to just watch them. It's a little bit harder when it comes to that. But I have all the resources to be able to do so. So that's the good part. And then the best part of it all, I would say, my business and what I've been able to grow. Like, this is all something that can be taken away at any moment. But I'm grateful that with it, I've been able to, one, build that room for Ayana. She gets on my nerves.
We love her.
But I love that she's home. She left to her dad's for 5 days, and I was like, I kind of want to, why is she not home?
You be hating when she leaves.
I hate it. Hate it. Even though I'd be like, don't talk to me or stay over there or leave it. Like, go do something. I'm like, while you're home, come on, let's do something. Work on yourself, blah, blah, blah. But I love seeing her close by and knowing that she's there, and she is super helpful. So just being able to build that room for her, knowing that I have her close by and she doesn't have to worry about anything monetarily, like, that's a little bit of a flex for me. Yeah. Like, she got fired again, and she's able to stay home, you know? Yeah. She's about to get a big check from that car accident. She's hype. I was like, am I gonna get some? What you gonna buy me? But that, and then buying the house.
Oh yeah.
So
congratulations.
I was able
income property.
Oh, like, without a job?
Yeah.
I mean, I have jobs, but like literally without a traditional job, I was able to buy a property. I've never paid 1 cent of my student loans.
Yeah.
I got $77,000 in student loans that, Joe, figure it out before you leave. Somebody. Like, I
didn't know that, girl. I did not know that.
I have never paid a penny towards my student loans, and I was still able to purchase a home.
That's awesome.
And be reminded, it needs to be over. The process has been long, and we're almost there to finish it and get it rented. But yeah, I think that's what I'm mostly proud of, that I've been able to build that all on my own. Ain't no nigga paid for it. Ain't no parent that paid for it. None of that.
She's a boss.
I am. And is. What about you? What you do? Look like bomb.
Okay. My lowest moment, I'll start with that first. The kids say crash out. I don't know if I would call what I did crash out, but in Q4, like, I came to the acceptance that I was depressed. I told you we call it depreshee. We keep it cute. And you know, I kind of crashed out at work.
When you called me asking for Adderall, I said, oh, something wrong.
Yeah.
Because you were not neurodivergent in any way, shape, or form. You don't have ADHD.
Yeah. She didn't give it to me, guys, just so you know. But yeah, so like, I came to that realization. It was the second year of me dealing with that around that time frame, because it's always like after Michaela leaves from the summer to go back to school. It's when things get crazy at work. So yeah, I came to accept that. And so that was my lowest moment, because like, I was crying daily, having anxiety when I wake up, like, it was terrible. It was really bad.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but my proudest moment actually probably came. I have 2 moments that I'm really proud of, but one of them is like, I started therapy, and it came out of that really low moment.
I am so proud of you for that. You know.
Okay. So we'll move on from that. And then like, I did this thing called prep. It's a 16-week program with the gym where it's intense working out for like 90 minutes a day. You have to hit 10,000 plus steps a day. Sometimes it's like 15,000. You have to like stick to a meal plan. And for me, more than anything, because I do love the gym, it was mental, and it was about discipline and like proving to myself that
I don't know how I
can actually do. It was a mind thing. Like, it really was mental. But through that, I built so much community with the people at the gym. I made like some friends. I made some connections with like some really strong women.
They be supporting the podcast. Shout out to the listeners.
Oh yeah, I listen. Shout out to WeFit. I love my gym family. But a bunch of us went through that together. Like, I want to say it was probably like 16 of us went through that together, and it just turned out to be amazing. And I'm gonna do it again next year. And it's really like, at this point, it's not even about like how I physically look. It's like the mental strength and like proving to myself that I can like push myself beyond like certain boundaries.
I would love to do that. I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna we're signing up as a group to do this race. It's called High Rocks or something like that. High Rocks or something. But it's in the summer, and I'm really excited about that now, because like, it's a official race. So it's not just running. It's like, you run and then you do like wall balls. You run and then you do the skier. Like, it's gonna be hard.
How far is the run?
I don't even know. I just signed up. I was like, I'm going to compete. Like, I think every year from now on, there's like a physical thing that I'm going to like sign up for. And like, that'll be like a challenge for myself every year.
I would love to do another triathlon.
Yes. Like, especially as we get older, right? Like, how many more years will we be able to do these physical things with our body? I want to do it as long as possible.
Yeah. The 62-year-old that you sent me, that I had already seen her on Instagram, I think it was. She looks so good. And then I started watching Later Daters, and the lady that's 62, the one that, even the crazy white lady that's 70, Suzanne, I think her name is, like, she still looks good. And I'm like, I need to get there and make sure that I'm still moving and doing things for myself. That way I'm active. I don't want to be all like scrunched over and hurting. I saw something
that stuck out to me recently. It said, I'd rather be the oldest person in the gym than the youngest person in like the hospital, like assisted living type shit.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and it's not even about like how you look physically.
It's
feel. Like being healthy and feeling good and still being able to move.
But when you're healthy and you're still active, you look good.
Yeah,
it's just a side effect of it. It helps your mental
health too. Like, going to the gym, like, really will help your mental health.
And walking outside does help. I definitely felt better,
especially this time of year with the weather.
It felt so good yesterday.
Nice. Yeah.
Ooh, it felt so good yesterday. But we only have that for a little bit. So
we just got 3 days of it. So
I got to take advantage of those days. Oh, another thing that I wanted to shout out here, it was the discipline that I've had to have financially to get to where I am. It is really hard sometimes to not just, I guess I'm not super into designer stuff. Yeah. But sometimes I want to go into Millennium Mall and walk into Gucci or walk into Louis and buy stuff just because the money's in my account.
It's not even just that for you. Excuse me. It's not even just that for you. I would say like you are a very like big purse type of bitch. And so I'd be like, oh, Carla, while we're in Miami, let's get a boat. And you'll be like, okay, but let's get the big boat.
The big boat.
Or like, oh, let's go to dinner. And you're like, let's get 3 entrees. Like you're always like, you just do the most, bro. You just do the most. You like an extra ass bitch.
Not all the time. It's not all the time.
Yeah.
And I choose things like that make me happy versus showing off stuff. Like I really want to buy a Cuban chain. And I'm going to do it. But I know that I'm going to have to drop at least like $3,000.
Yeah, let me know when you get it. I'm going to get mine from Shein.
Yeah. From Shein?
Yeah, we both
not even
got
Amazon,
Cuban.
Shein?
You know what? My neck might be green, but we both got Cuban.
No, I want to get a Cuban, but I know that I want it looks-wise, but I also want it's an investment.
Yeah.
You're investing into gold, so I want to invest into that. I don't know. I just know that I have been, and I've always been like that. Like Jenna was talking to me the other day, and I needed to go. I had to get something. Prunes. Salmi was constipated, and I went to Dollar General. I just went to Dollar General. She's like, you are the cheapest rich person I know. You are. And I'm like, yeah, because how often do I do Miami? Yeah. Not often. How often do I get a boat? Last year, probably twice.
Yeah.
Or this year, did we do it at all this year?
Yeah, we got boats this year. We got boat in my birthday from Miami, and we got boat in Puerto Rico.
That was both this year?
We was boat bitches. Yeah.
Okay. But see, that's 2 times. Yeah. One was $2,500. The other one, I can't remember. I don't remember either. Yeah. But that is one time versus when some people like take their money and they see it and they're constantly going out and spending all this money just because it's in their bank account. And it's like you really need to have financial discipline and stop worrying about keeping up with the Joneses.
Yes.
So if you guys are thinking like, oh, I want a house too, or I want a new car too, or I want this, for a little bit, you need to be financially smart. And keep that money in that bank account or invest it into something that actually makes sense and is going to make you more money.
True.
Yeah. That was something I needed to bring up.
So was the house on your vision board for 2024?
No, actually it wasn't. Let me pull out my vision board, actually.
Are we going to show our vision boards? I feel like I'm showing you guys a page in my diary. This is
It is very intimate.
It's very intimate for
me. It is very intimate. I'll actually send it to the team so they can pull it up. My vision board had working out 3 times a week. I didn't do that, but I did invest in the trainer for the time that I did, those 2 months, and it really felt good. I think that did jumpstart me to kind of like get myself together and know that physically I can do it. I had Sarah Jakes Roberts on my vision board and I ended up going to Woman Evolve.
Okay.
So that was really good. And I met from there the person that does the PR.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And I really wanted to do that. I had a couple Benjamins on there, some dollars. And them dollars came in. I had journaling and I've been doing that. Therapy, I've been doing that. I have my backyard on here.
Oh, yeah.
Totally did it. I had my romantic life. We're going to have to roll that one over for 2025.
I roll stuff over every year, honestly.
Yeah. It's like I actually learned something from it because I was dating the one guy and I learned and realized, this isn't going anywhere. This is not what I want. I'm not going to continue to work on it and try to build a man type situation. Like, this isn't for me.
Oh, no, not that one. I'm thinking about the other one from
Which
earlier
one you
in the
think
year.
about?
I'm thinking about, I don't want to say, like, I'm thinking about the one that you wouldn't kiss. The one whose eyes you were talking about.
I hate you.
Really cross-eyed. It's like, why do you keep trying? The man is cross-eyed. You're never going to like him.
I'm not.
That poor guy driving all that way. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I learned to cut things off, even if I was having fun with them or they were nice people. This year I realized just because they're nice doesn't mean I need to be with them.
Exactly.
And I cut them off. I was like, that's it. I'm cutting it off. And in a good place, not even like fighting. So I did learn that. So now I can continue dating. So, and then I had a plane on there to travel more. And I did.
Yeah.
I traveled a lot for work, but I, added in there some personal stuff and prayer. And prayer was really big for me this year. Okay. I did do it. And that one's going to roll over because I know that it brings me more clarity.
Is there anything that you wanted to achieve that you didn't?
Yes. So 505 Network, I have it up on the top. Although I'm working on it on the back end and it is generating income, I'm not doing what I want to do with it yet. So I thought I would have the full network going with everyone on its own and it's not there yet.
Okay.
So that's the one that I really want to work on next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So on mine, I'll go over some of the things that I like accomplished or really wanted to focus on this year. So I have this quote, I guess it's from Sex and the City because it's those girls on there. And it says, maybe our girlfriends are our soulmates and guys are just people to have fun with. And so one thing that I wanted to focus on was like prioritizing my friendships with my female friends and almost like romanticizing those relationships. I've spent so much time with my friends this year. And I even like, I kind of like separate people. Like I don't, I compartmentalize my friendships and people don't cross over a lot. But I did some of that this year. And like, those were some of the most fun times. So like hanging out with you and Amma at the same time.
That
like,
one was fun.
That was amazing. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun with my girlfriends this year and I did a lot of things.
I didn't realize how much you do separate your friends.
I do. I don't know why.
Because Addie, I hadn't seen her in years.
Exactly.
Amma, I've heard about her for a decade. Yeah. Never hung out with her or even met her.
Having like all of us have been having like the most fun time. Yeah. Like all of y'all are like y'all are all so different, but like so amazing.
It works in the right setting.
And I show up as a different person in my relationships with y'all because y'all are different people. Like I think with Addie, I show up more like as like the mom and maybe even the leader. But when I'm with Amma, like that's her role. So it's different. But like all of y'all are so funny and like so amazing. And yeah, so I prioritize my friendships. I had that on the board. I had on here early to bed and early to rise. I really implemented my 5:30 gym, my 5 a.m. gym and my getting up early, even if I'm not going to the gym. Like, I love that though. I get so much done in the morning.
When it's still dark outside and the internet is faster at 5 a.m. Just let you know. I know you wake up to work out. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not doing that. But when I wake up early and I'm on that computer, everything uploads fast. It downloads fast. 5 a.m. is the way to go.
Yeah, it is. I love it. And then I have really big on here like to try new things. And I tried so many new things this year. I tried the aerial yoga class with you, for example, something recent. I tried sewing. Like, I tried so much stuff. And
you did good at all of it.
Yeah, and even if I didn't, it was just like fun to experience.
When was the pole dancing class in Colombia? Was that this year?
No, that was like 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I remember you telling me forever ago. Okay.
And then it was just lots of affirmations. Just, I guess this was before I realized that I was kind of depressee, but maybe I was, and that's why I felt like I needed all these affirmations on there. So it's a bunch of affirmations. One thing that's not on here that's been on my vision board for a couple years is getting a third house. Okay. So a second investment property.
Third, you heard that? Because 1 and 2 already locked in.
Yeah.
1 and 2 is a 3.
So that's another thing. That's something that I didn't accomplish that's going to go on my board. That's actually been on my board for a couple years. And I'll be honest and transparent. I didn't really lock in on that. It's just been on the board to be something. And I want to actually lock in on that. I'm going to set a hard date for myself. And then one thing that's not on here, that's been on here for a while, I really want to make my way to Africa. I don't know where in
You've
Africa
been wanting to go.
I know. I've been wanting to go for years.
But is it you the one that says if we go, it's going to cost like 10 grand?
It's going to cost more than that. Because I want to do Africa.
You're the one that wants to do safari, right?
I know that I want to do a couple different places because I want to do a safari. I also want to see like this beautiful beach, which is like in a different place in Africa. Okay. Like, so I want to be over there for a minute and it's gonna cost a pretty little.
Are there any like pods in Africa that we should go and like collaborate with?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Another thing that I had on here is to focus on creating a new relationship with Michaela, an adult relationship with Michaela, almost setting the foundation of us like having a relationship now that she's no longer a kid. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that I focused on, and I'm going to keep that on my board for the next year as well.
I think I should add that.
Yeah.
That way I can really focus on it. It's so different.
Yeah, it's different, and your relationship will only improve when you get out of that mother.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think with the house across the street, I wonder if I should put her over there.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Maybe not. Let me stop playing.
Okay, so we've been talking about ourselves of what happened in 2024.
Let's sprinkle a little other people. Let's talk about people.
Let's get into some pop culture. Let's talk about the major events that really that took place in 2024.
For me, for sure, it was Shay Shay. When Shay and Michelle went live.
Shay and
Michelle. I cannot believe we still don't know who Michelle is.
Yeah.
That when he went live while Uncle Shay was getting dirty, it just made me look at him differently. Like, y'all that keep saying that man is gay. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
They say that?
All the time.
I didn't know that.
They be calling Uncle Shay Shay gay all the time. And he just like his pants tight. He want us to know what Michelle working with over there. The way he coached her. How old is Shay Shay? Like in his 50s?
Gotta be at least.
At least in his 50s.
Probably mid to late, right?
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. There was just something about it that made me look at him. He's still annoying when he talk.
Yeah, he is.
But I was just like, that was a different type of talking in that live.
Okay.
So that was a big one for me just because, I don't know.
You were like, hey, Shannon?
I think so because I haven't gotten laid in so long that I was like, hey, I'll change my name to Michelle. Show me something.
Okay. All right. So okay. That's good to know. So huge was the Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Oh, Drake. Mm-hmm. I've been thoroughly entertained.
So entertaining.
I love the music.
You know what? Drake being the most entertaining beefs. Because I'm trying to think the last beef that was entertaining for me was him with Meek Mills. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was the back-to-back for Meek Mill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this time. It ain't looking good, but I've never really liked.
We've gotten some really good music out of this beef, and that's what I appreciate. Versus so like just going back and forth on Twitter and online and stuff. Like, no, get in the booth, and give me some music, give me some entertainment.
And I love that Kendrick is like this little dark-skinned guy. He's not like the typical, like street dude kind of, but he is, and he's just out there rapping his ass off.
Drake's the one that's not a street dude.
Drake is from Degrassi.
Yeah.
I wish he would have stuck to that. But it felt good to see it, to be a part of it, to know that they're like our age.
They are? I have no idea how old they are.
Drake is like my age.
Oh, your age. Okay.
We're our age.
I know.
How old is Kendrick?
I have no idea.
Let's find out.
I think Kendrick is my age and Drake is your age.
Oh, Kendrick is older? No. I thought Kendrick would have been younger.
Why she say older?
Shut up. Oh, let me see. He's 37.
I'm in
Let's
children's
see Drake.
business. I'm in children's business.
Drake is
36?
38.
38. Okay, I'm in children's business. I need to go sit my old ass down. I need to be worried about
Patty
Patty and Aretha doing. Damn.
No, I love that it's like, it was huge for everybody.
For everybody.
For my daughter who's 19, for us, for the older folk, and we were all able to relate to it. And I love this new Kendrick album. I've never really been a Kendrick fan. I like his songs.
I listen to the album a couple times a day.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed that I didn't get tickets to their show.
So, I really, truly think they're going to add
You think
more
they're going to add dates? And
yeah.
Because I don't even, are they coming to Florida at all?
No, there's only Atlanta. And the tickets were really expensive.
Yeah.
So, I think that we should just wait, even for the Atlanta one. Let's wait till like
especially now that we're going to have our Frontier Pass. We can just get up and go.
Oh, fuck. No, it's in April.
What's wrong with
We won't
April?
have it yet. The Frontier Pass won't start till May.
Oh, damn.
But it's cool. Frontier is like $100 round trip.
That's fine. We'll get there.
We'll get there and come back the same day or the next morning, and we go stay at Mandy's house. We're going to Mandy's house.
We're going to Mandy's house. Okay,
yep,
I'm down for it. Okay, so the election.
Oh.
Kamala and Trump.
Yeah.
That happened this year.
I forgot.
That was wild times.
That felt like the whole year.
It really did. Well, again, I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah, they campaigned from
That really shocked me more than anything. I really didn't think he was going.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think he was going. But then again, you and I were together when he won the last time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was prepared for it. I didn't think it was going to hit me as hard as it did.
Yeah,
but sure. I don't think it had anything to do with politics. It was just more
Kamala.
For me, I talked about it here on that one pod. I felt like I just wasn't seen, or I felt disrespected, and it was more from online and people talking about women and Black women and women of color. It was just so ugly on the internet that really I took it like personal.
Yeah.
But she gonna be just fine with that white husband of hers.
I think gonna live her life. We are gonna be fine as well. Like there's gonna be some stuff, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
We always do. We're
going to be very demure, which is also another huge thing from this year.
Very mindful. Gosh. I don't know their name that came up with demure, but first of all, it became up on the dictionary.
It is?
It is now.
I think demure was already a word.
Yes, but no, the dictionary is doing something with it. Like I think they made it the word of the year or something along those lines. Is that did you see that, Viv? Like, okay, hold on.
They made it the word. Okay, I was going to say, because they didn't make up the word.
No, they didn't. It wasn't making up the word. It was like, it became word of the year or something like that.
That totally makes sense.
Demure is the 2024 word of the year. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So I just love that the creator of it had been posting forever prior. And they were working, and this brought them to a
whole new level. They were able to not only get I saw like a clip from them on TikTok. They were able to get a place for themselves, and they had a friend who was homeless, and they were able to help them out too.
Really?
Yeah. Seems like a very kind-hearted person.
Yes. So I love that. And it just brings you to social media, right? Although as hateful as social media is, and it has been to the creator of the movement of Demure, they're living their best life.
Yeah. There's some wonderful things that came out of social media this year. Risa Tisa. Yes. When I tell you, I had to go get my headphones, and I just had to binge that.
You listened to all 52?
That got me through my 10,000 steps, honestly.
Really?
That's what I didn't listen to them.
I didn't listen to all of them. I listened to some of them. And then I also was like, I feel like she knows me, and who she married was my baby daddy. I said, it gotta be. It gotta be. And now it made me think that I think my baby daddy was talking to nobody in the phone.
And then did you see when he came back with his response? Girl, it was a wild time.
It was a good time though.
Yeah.
And I love seeing her on shows, and when they put her makeup on and she was able to glow up. Loved all of it.
Loved it.
The only one part that I don't like is when Charlamagne was like calling her a big back.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know he did that.
He's an ass.
A lot of people blew up on social media though.
Who else?
Morgan Bailey.
Oh,
the random man from Atlanta. Now that was a
TikTok.
wild ride, and continues to be a wild ride.
Continues to be. Actually, I just saw, and shout out to her. She's, TikTok could possibly be banned now. It's looking like it might be in January. So she's moving her content over to YouTube. And one of the questions that they asked her was like, what have you aspired to be in life? Or your goal? She was like, really nothing. I've never had any goals, but all she's ever been good at was editing videos, which makes so much sense. Yeah. Also, she's a Gen Z. She's 24. She's a 24-year-old teen mama, she calls herself. And her YouTube videos, they had like over 100,000 downloads.
That's
or
wild.
Views or whatever. So I'm really happy that she's going to be able to continue that. And regardless of what y'all think of her, she's doing her thing. She's living her life just like any other 24-year-old just out there.
At that age, you're figuring it out. You make some mistakes.
At 24, me.
I mean,
if I would have had TikTok.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm so glad we didn't have social media.
I would have had 3 million followers, but also would have been ran messy. Through the mud. They would have called me 304 all day.
You know what else blew up this year?
Who?
Ozempic.
Hello, right here.
I think everybody knows somebody on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Or who's at least tried
Well,
it.
let's talk about Ozempic people that are not diabetic.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Ozempic, because Ozempic's been around for a long time, and people have been using it for Mounjaro.
Yeah, Ozempic for weight loss.
For weight loss specifically. So for all of us that ain't got nothing to do with our pancreas, our blood sugar is just fine, but we're trying to lose some weight. It did blow up, but you know what? I don't know what the long-term ramifications are going to be. I'll let you know.
Well, yeah, we'll know soon enough. I wonder how they figured that out, though, that it could help you lose weight.
I have no idea.
Because it's been around for a long time, helping people with diabetes.
Maybe people have been using it for weight loss, but I think a Kardashian talked about it.
But like even before they did it, like who figured out that if you do this and you don't have diabetes?
A fat bitch.
Okay.
That was just tired of eating. And realized that they needed to stop it. Or maybe somebody who was diabetic lost some weight and like regulated their sugar levels and then just kept using it to lose weight. I don't know. But thank you, whoever you are. I'm sure you are skinty now, and I am coming for you.
And then more recently, the United Healthcare CEO being shot by Luigi. The social media response to that has been wild.
So it's Luigi, and then on the other side of that is the white man that killed the homeless men in New York.
Oh, I don't think
in the subway. I don't know his name, but I was actually listening to Antoinette talk about it on Around the Way Curls. The day that man was acquitted of all charges from killing the black man, the Luigi guy gets caught. So it was weird how it all happened.
Oh, you conspiracy theory.
I mean, I don't know. It sounded good when she said it. I was like, you might be onto something there, Antoinette. You might be onto something. But I don't know. Where's Mario?
You know what?
I don't know. I just don't think Luigi is too cute to be doing all this.
Yeah.
He's 26.
I did read that he had been estranged from his family.
And their family got money.
Yeah, they have money. I don't know if this is true. I also heard that he had been suffering from like chronic pain, and maybe that had something to do with it.
It makes sense. But how did you know where he was going to be at? Like, all that planning.
He's very smart.
To
Was
just
he
sit in a
valedictorian or something?
Yes.
But yeah, he's
all
very
that
smart.
to just sit at McDonald's, bro.
I don't know.
I feel like some people go to jail just because they're going to have a meal. Maybe he was just like, I don't want to be here no more. And he just chose to be the person that they're going to blame. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think somebody else sent him.
You know who might know though?
Who?
Cat Williams. He know everything. And him in that interview with Shay Shay, speaking of Shay Shay, that was a wild ride this year.
That was January.
Yes.
He needs to sit back with Shay Shay
And he
2025.
told us so much stuff that was going to happen.
Actually,
So
did he?
Yes, exactly.
He told us about Diddy?
He told us about Diddy. He already knew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe he need to come back every January.
And just tell us what's going to happen, right? Because he know all the secrets.
Miss
somehow.
Cleo who? Cat Williams. We don't need no more. You want no more Miss Cleo?
It's a new Miss Cleo.
Yeah, the Diddy thing is hard.
All right, so we're about to wrap it up in just a minute here. So let's move on to 2025.
Okay.
So I seen this trend and I think it's so funny of people doing like a bingo card of like stuff that they predict that's going to happen in the year. And they like, oh, that was on my bingo card, and they mark it off. Is there something that you predict that's going to happen in 2025 or that like?
I predict that I'm going to get some dick.
Okay.
Finally.
Will it be quality though? Because you could get
quality.
some quality.
No, quality that I'm going to love it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I want that kind of companionship.
Okay.
I do. But I'm not like, that's not my end all be all. But I think it'll come at the right time. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Honestly, maybe I'll just be single till
Put
I'm
it
60.
on the bingo card.
Okay.
Maybe
card.
you'll get bingo.
I predict really taking off with the new branch of Idea to Launch.
Okay.
I predict, I don't know. What else am I, outside of entertainment wise?
Yeah. Pop culture wise, not personal. Yeah.
Well, podcasting wise, I
Okay.
think that podcasting is, especially video and growth, and the celebrities next year are really podcasters.
Okay.
Like there's, of course, the musicians or whatever, but I think that podcasting or podcasters being celebrities and the people that 2025, that's us.
Okay. Well, they've been saying to take the mics away from us on the comments.
Na 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 na. I got a podcast and I got a mic. I got lots of mics actually. We got mics here. We got mics at home. We got mics that we can clip on. You can't take my mic away. I do agree. Some people shouldn't have like that fit and fresh or fresh and fit or whatever that guy is. I don't understand how he still got. But those are the people under those comments.
Some people want to listen. Yeah, some people want to listen to it. I don't have any well, I do have one prediction, but it's what I'm sick of is like everybody predicting that Beyonce is going to go on tour.
Y'all leave that lady alone.
Like, y'all saw that. This means this means that. Beyonce is not going on. I predict that she is not going on tour in 2025. And that hurts my heart because I am a huge Beyonce fan. Like, I want her to go on tour, but she's not, y'all. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. No.
She's minding her business.
Exactly.
And now this whole thing with Jay-Z, they're probably like, let's just go disappear. Fuck these bitches.
And yeah, now she really ain't going to come around.
No, now she's like, y'all tried to mess with our peace. We're going to Saint-Tropez and we're not coming back.
So that's my one prediction. My one thing on my bingo card is that she's not going to go on tour. Now, if she do, I got the credit card ready. Okay? I love to be proven wrong, B. Just so you know.
You like that.
I love to be proven wrong.
I don't really have it. I don't really be paying attention that much to have like a huge prediction on pop culture.
So let's close it out with one wish that we have for 2025.
One wish.
I'll start.
Okay.
I don't really have specifics for this wish, but I just want the podcast. I want So What Now to just like grow.
Okay. Yes.
I want us to continue to build this community. I want to come up with another way to like connect with you guys even more. I just want this to be just more and more quality that we are delivering to you guys, and building just something to look for every week. Yeah.
With the podcast, I definitely want to get into merch.
Okay.
I want to wear my merch. You know, I want to wear So What Now. I want to wear like cool stuff. I really, really want that for us.
We can start with thongs.
No. No. We can start with a sweatsuit.
We can start with thongs and granny panties. And it can almost be like they can have some Dex draws. Well, see, they wouldn't have draws if it was you. So it would be no
But if
draws.
I were to wear some, it ain't going to be a thong.
Okay.
I like cheekies.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those.
Maybe we'll start with panties.
No,
that'll be our merch.
I want to start with like a hood. I love wearing hoodies even when it's hot because I wear them in the house.
I love a hoodie.
I love a good
We be
hoodie.
in Florida rocking a hoodie in freaking July.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's comfortable.
It's so comfortable.
I love it. I'll wear hoodies with like shorts and
Wear a
flip
hoodie
flops.
with a thong. Let's do hoodies and thongs.
Okay. I mean, I don't have. You can wear the thong. I'll wear the hoodie. Yeah.
Take off your pants. Be like, so what now?
This just went left. Okay. That is not what I'm doing. A prediction for next year.
A wish for next year.
A wish.
A personal wish.
That's a big one, actually.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to work towards it, and I think I can do it.
Okay.
I want to interview Mel Robbins.
Oh, very cool. So I haven't been following her before. I recently did because you suggested that I listen to her interview with Oprah. I really like her. So if you interview her, I would like to go.
Here, you're interviewing her
you want her
too.
to come on the So What Now podcast?
Yes.
Okay, that would be amazing.
I want her on this show.
Okay.
That is one woman that is white that I am obsessed with. And I've been obsessed with her for a couple of years. And I'm so glad that she's getting the shine that she's getting. Like Mel Robbins, if you're listening, I love you. I respect you. I look up to you. When I am in my 50s, I want to be able to have the confidence that you have. I love that you're ADHD girly just like me, brain all over the place, and you're finally being like present. So my wish is that you come on So What Now podcast 2025.
Awesome.
Because
like
So
that.
What Now?
I'm excited.
Mel Robbins. And on top of that, just to let you know, Mel Robbins, I've never interviewed anyone that's not a person of color. And if I would like for you to be the first one. That way you can open the door for me being more open to that, even with the trauma in the past that I've had, which is why I haven't done it. But you are the woman that I want.
Very cool. I like that for us.
I like that for us.
So thongs and Mel Robbins.
Yes.
Yes. All right. This has been another episode of the So What Now podcast. You can catch us on
Apple, Spotify, Audible, Amazon, YouTube.
Yes, and y'all need to like, rate, subscribe.
All of that. Please make sure you leave a Apple Podcast. What's it called? Review. Yes. I'm actually going to read a new one that we just received.
A positive.
Yes. You know, we're at 4.7.
Yes. I love that for us. That's good.
No, it's not. Because it was higher.
I don't know the
rating. We're at
scale.
4.9 and there were some haters. So please, if you're at work right now listening, take your friend's phone, their Apple phone, and leave a 5-star rating. You can also leave a review, but the rating, just 5-star it up. That way we can get that back up to 5.0. But I'm going to shout out Jen Zastar. Okay. She just left one and says,
"Hey Jen."
Hi Jen. She said, as a longtime listener of Carla's, every pivot just gets better and better, and this one with Dex is the best one. Yes! Thank you so much for leaving that review. So make sure you go to Apple Podcasts, you scroll all the way down, and you'll see where it says rating and reviews. Boom, 5 stars. You click on it, and then you review it. So make sure you leave your name or your @name so we can shout you out when we do so. But do that. We're at 564 ratings. I wanted it to be at 500 a couple of months ago, and we did.
Yay!
So let's get that to 1,000.
Thank you guys so much for listening. 2024 has been amazing, and we are so glad to be back here with you guys. And we're wishing you all the best in 2025.
See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.